There's a million different gurus who will say, wait until you're ready. But the reason why you haven't started your business is because you're focused on the wrong thing. Perfect timing is a lie that's keeping you stuck. And here's what's crazy: while you're waiting for the right moment, someone else just launched their business yesterday with half your knowledge, and they're already making money. Let that sink in. Because this isn't about talent. It's not about having the best strategy. It's about motion. It's about starting, even if it's messy. So let me tell you what happened to me a few weeks ago. I was talking to this guy who's been planning his business for 3 years. 3 whole years. He has spreadsheets, market research, competitor analysis, everything mapped out perfectly. Color-coded tabs, trend graphs, projections, you name it. But guess what? He still hasn't started. Meanwhile, his friend who knew nothing about business launched a simple service last month and already has 5 paying customers. Not leads, not inquiries, customers. This is the perfect timing trap. And it's destroying more dreams than failure ever could. Because failure? At least you tried, at least you learned. Perfect timing? It convinces you to never even play. See, here's what nobody tells you about perfect timing. It doesn't exist, never has, never will. It's like trying to chase a sunset with your back turned. You think it's just around the next corner, but it never actually arrives. Think about it this way. If you're waiting for all the traffic lights to turn green before you start driving, you'll never leave your driveway. But here's what's really happening when you wait for perfect timing. You're not getting more prepared. You're getting more scared. You're not gathering resources. You're collecting excuses. Every day you wait, you find another reason to wait longer. Another course to take, another book to read, another expert to follow. And while you're doing all this research, the market is moving. Your idea is getting older. And someone else is taking action. Someone less experienced, less connected, less ready, but more courageous. The truth is, there are only 2 types of people in business. Those who start before they feel ready, and those who never start at all. Let that hit. Because here's the thing about successful entrepreneurs: they didn't wait for perfect timing. They created it. They didn't wait for clarity. They moved, and clarity found them. When you start taking action, even small action, something magical happens. The path becomes clearer. Opportunities show up. Problems reveal themselves so you can actually solve them. But when you're stuck in planning mode, you're solving imaginary problems. You're preparing for situations that might never happen. You're rehearsing for a play that hasn't even been written yet. Let me break this down for you. Perfect timing is actually the worst time to start anything. Why? Because when everything seems perfect, you have no room for mistakes, no space to learn, no flexibility to adapt. It's a tightrope with no net. The best time to start is when you're slightly uncomfortable, when you don't have all the answers, when you're a little scared. Because that fear, that discomfort, that's fuel. That's when you're hungry. That's when you pay attention. That's when you move fast and learn faster. Let me tell you something I've seen again and again working with entrepreneurs. The ones who succeed don't wait for perfect conditions. They start with good enough conditions and then make them better. They understand something crucial. You can't steer a parked car. You need to be moving to change direction. And here's the part that might surprise you. Most successful businesses? They launched at terrible times, during recessions, in crowded markets, with zero funding, with doubt all around them. But they had one thing that perfect timing waiters don't have: momentum. And momentum beats perfection every single time. Because momentum creates opportunities. Momentum attracts resources. Momentum builds confidence. When you're in motion, people notice. Customers appear. Partners reach out. Solutions present themselves. But when you're waiting, you're invisible. You're not in the game. You're not even on the field. Here's what perfect timing really is. It's fear wearing a business suit. It's your brain's way of keeping you safe by keeping you stuck. Your brain doesn't want you to take risks. It wants you to stay comfortable. So it convinces you that you need more time, more information, more preparation. But comfort is the enemy of growth. And perfect timing is comfort's favorite disguise. So what's the real secret to timing? Start now and adjust as you go. Launch your minimum viable version. Test with real customers. Learn from actual feedback, not imaginary scenarios. Because here's what happens when you start before you feel ready. you become ready faster than you ever thought possible. The market teaches you things no course ever could. Real customers give you insights no book ever will. And suddenly, you're not waiting for perfect timing anymore. You're creating it. Look, I get it. Starting feels scary when you don't have everything figured out. But staying stuck is scarier. Because every day you wait is a day you're not building, not learning, not growing. And while you're perfecting your plan, life is happening. Markets are shifting. Opportunities are passing by. Here's the truth. The question isn't whether you're ready. The question is whether you're willing to get ready by doing. There are two types of people watching this right now. Those who will find another reason to wait, and those who will finally take action. Which one are you going to be? If this hits you, if you felt seen, and you want me to personally help you transform from an overwhelmed beginner into a confident, successful entrepreneur, you can join my Beginner's Market Entry Decisions Guide below, designed specifically for people like you. The ones who know they've been sitting on the sidelines too long. The ones who are ready to stop waiting and start building. You can check that out below. But whatever you do, don't close this video and go back to waiting. Because timing will never be perfect. But you can be perfectly in motion starting today.